You're live.
Hello everybody and welcome to w0lfpack Live episode 4 from San Diego, California. Thank you so much for joining us today and thank you to High Life Farms for sponsoring this incredible episode. It's going to be a great day today. We've got a bunch to talk about and thank you again to Mangia Ghanja who has catered this event today. And now look at this spread they have made us. We have got chicken and waffles with medicated syrup from Violet Flame Medicinals. We've got fruit skewers, we have French omelets, and we have hash brown nests, and it's all delicious. So, welcome Mangia Ghanja to the stage right now. All right, come on in. It's a little, there might be a damp spot there. Well, thank you for catering, and thank you for all of your help and your support for w0lfpack. We really appreciate it.
Sure.
So our viewers have asked us all month long for you to tell us everything you do in every last way. So I broke it down into a few questions to make it as easy as possible. So how did Mangia Ghanja come about?
I'm going to let Ivan answer that.
Well, Mangia Ghanja started really kind of based on a medical need that I had. About 3 years ago, I had a stroke. I had been working in a kitchen and was really excited about the work that we were doing. And Easter Sunday, I had a stroke. And for 3 months afterwards, I couldn't use my hands. I had pain and stiffness in my hands. It felt like I had shards of glass. And so our kids who were in their 20s said, you got to look at CBD or THC to start healing. And I hadn't smoked cannabis since the 70s, and it just wasn't part of my life. And I thought, well, I don't know, maybe I'll think about this. So I looked at CBD, I started using some tinctures, and I started having this recovery that was incredible. The pain was going away, the swelling was subsiding, I was feeling much, much better. So then we started pairing a little bit of THC with the CBD, and I was having even better results. So we thought about pairing THC and food and came up with a full spectrum oil that we use in our cooking, and we use that exclusively. And over the course of 4 months, my hand stopped hurting.
That's great.
My recovery just continued to improve every day. We thought, well, this is an amazing thing. We have to bring this to the world. So we paired the cannabis with the culinary, and the rest is history. That's where we are today.
That's so great. That's so great. You always post beautiful food, and for those of you that don't know, they post savory food, they post dessert, they post it all, they make it all, and it's all delicious. All right, so how long has Mangia Ghanja been around now?
We're just about to hit 3 years.
No, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. All right, awesome. So how can somebody book you or place an order or even start like an inquiry on something with you?
The best way is to go to info@Mangia Ghanja. Just directly email us. We also will respond to direct messages on Instagram if that's how you've landed, because there's a lot of signs here on how to follow us. And we do engage on Instagram. We feel that that's important. A lot of people are finding us that way. And so we're happy to start there, and also through email and phone. We do it all. You know, just reach out, and we're happy to start just by answering questions. It doesn't have to be for bookings. Some people want to know what we're doing and perhaps ask about a recipe or how we got started. You know, and we're available to help answer any questions. Yeah.
So don't hesitate to reach out to Mangia Ghanja for any questions that you have. All right, so do you share your recipes ever?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Go to our website, actually.
Go to the website. We spell our name a little differently. It's MangiaGhanja, Mangia Ghanja. And we have recipes that we constantly are changing on the website. You can contact us through there. You can contact us through Instagram. We're on Yelp if you want to reach out to us on Yelp. Everything that we do is handcrafted. So if you're having a party or an event, whether it's small or large, we want to talk with you and we want to figure out what it is that you are envisioning so that we can make that perfect vision happen for you.
Yeah, we're about microdosing too. However, again, because we're custom and handcraft, if you want higher dosing, that's all in the conversation that we talk about. If you, that quite often happens where somebody just wants a special pie or a cake that's a little more infused for a party, we're happy to do that.
Alright.
But generally speaking, we're about microdosing. We feel that with the cannabis and the food that it's really nice to even perhaps start out with a little CBD, have some THC throughout, microdosed, and even end with CBD. It makes that your experience just very balanced and very chill. It's not about the head high. You really feel good after eating some healthy food that's handcrafted. When we talk about handcrafting, before an event, we will start 3 or 4 days ahead of time. We're making all the sauces, the finishing, the salad dressings, the big jams, the hummus, everything's from scratch.
Yeah.
So
If we use mustard, we make our own mustard.
Yeah,
If we use applesauce, which we use in our vegan and gluten-free cookies, then we make our own applesauce. So everything is really handcrafted.
That's very unique. You don't find that so much. So wonderful, wonderful. So another part of this episode is we're going to be giving away some swag packs from all of our June partners that gave us some great things. So pay attention because trivia questions are coming up. So can you tell us anything about what you do that's non-medicated?
oh,
It's non-medicated.
Yes.
We can do anything medicated, and we can do the exact same non-medicated. So for every event that we do, we have uninfused and infused options, equally the same, so that if you have low tolerance or you've hit an amount that you feel comfortable with, but you're still hungry, you can still continue to eat and enjoy the non-medicated side.
or if you come, quite often we get people that come together that some are consumers, and they might bring somebody that's a non-consumer. So we have all the same options available, so you can have the exact same experience eating with everybody. It's not just selective things. We offer all the same things.
Good.
We also have a sister company called Woods Kitchen. So some of our products are up on Shopify. It's called Woods Kitchen because we got so many requests for our food, our sauces, cookies, and etc. That people said we would like those uninfused as well. So Woods Kitchen was born about a year after Mangia Ghanja. So we're doing both. We do some catering under the Woods Kitchen, and to be honest with you, we love working with the cannabis community so much more.
That is so great. All right, so on for our trivia question to win a swag pack. What is Mangia Ghanja's sister company name? Jay Meyer is going to be looking in the comments on her screen. Whoever answers correctly first is going to be the winner, and she's going to let us know after the episode who won. So we're just going to ask the question and move right along, and Zach's going to find out if we have a winner and let us know. So, all right, thank you so much for joining us, having us, catering for us, everything that you have done.
Sure.
And I know you've got to go, so
Yeah, we've got more to do.
Get to it.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much. All right, guys, next up, what I know so many of you have been DMing us about this month. Let's learn about how you can get a job in cannabis with Marlo Ramirez from Canndescent and Good Brands. Welcome, Marlo. Hello.
Hi, how are you? And
I'm
good morning.
great. Thank you so much for making the trip all the way to San Diego to be on the episode today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Originally, she was going to patch in, and we got lucky enough that she was going to be in town. So, you are the Director of Talent for Canndescent. So what exactly is that? Tell everybody what you do.
Yep, so I am actually responsible for all of our hiring practices, our strategy development for talent for Good Brands and Canndescent. I manage all of our social media and work with all of our training and development to create training opportunities for our employees all across our 3 locations.
Great. All right. So, what is the best resource for somebody if they're looking for a job in cannabis? Where can they go? Is there a couple websites that might be better than others? How do you suggest?
Yep, so first and foremost, I always suggest that you have a crafted LinkedIn profile. If you haven't quite built that out, that's the first and foremost place that you should be starting. Reason for that, a lot of recruiters in the industry or outside of the industry are going there first to look up your brand, basically who you are as an individual. I also recommend the Muse. It's really great advice from everyday, kind of just what you're looking for as far as interview tips and cover letters, and myself. Shameless plug, you guys. But no, truly, in the morning I try to get up and do a rise and grind and let you know, like, really what the industry is doing and what is going on and what recruiters are looking for, what new technology we have out, what new industries are hiring, and also what new companies are hiring, what positions we have open. So it's a really great opportunity, but really, truly, I would spend a lot of time crafting your LinkedIn profile.
All right, that is some great advice. What are some skills that you think transfer from other industries over to the cannabis industry? So somebody looking to make the leap from another industry, what might they find success in cannabis industry?
So I think that's different for everybody, but what I have found, a lot of the highlights that you're looking to do is really highlight transferable skills. So like flexibility, the ability to show lift from one industry to the other. When you're crafting your resume and you're thinking about entering over into this space, you have to kind of put yourself in a way of metric. If you're working in customer service, have you created a system or improved customer service by 5%? Have you reduced turnover at a company? Like for a recruiter like myself, have you helped reduce turnover by X% over what it was before? So anytime you can highlight transferable experience, it doesn't have to be cannabis specific. You're going to be really looking at using what I call key results, or key, it's really highlighting who you are as an individual. So customer increase, satisfaction, inventory control, getting new followers. If you're Instagram, if you've never worked before, what have you done that is really showed like flexibility, and just stability? People want to see a little bit of that also, that you guys are, looking to enter the industry, not just, to do what is the industry sometimes gets this vibe of stoner vibe, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But really, it's not about that. It's about just showing who you are and how you can influence an industry.
That's great. All right. How much and what kind of experience are cannabis brands looking for entry-level positions these days?
So I think it's different for each company. At Canndescent, we look for somebody who has about 6 months of experience at a previous company if you're looking to start in our cultivation or packaging roles. It's really going to be if you've had like e-com service, bud tender positions, if you've worked in fast food, whatever that's looked like. They're typically in the job descriptions, you're going to see a suggested preferred years of experience. So if you're a higher level person, you might have to have 2 to 3 years of experience getting in, but really truly you're going to want to have at least 6 months of experience in a job somewhere. If you haven't, you really have to highlight spending that time on what you're doing in your personal life that will help you transfer your skills over to this kind of job.
That's great. All right, so somebody asked online, do I have to know about cannabis to get a cultivation job if I've been a gardener for a very long time?
No, that's actually a great segue. So gardeners, busboys, hostess, servers, anybody that's worked in an industry that has worked with a lot of people or had a lot of processes is really what we're looking for in cultivation. Our cultivators and our cultivation leaders will teach you and train you how to cultivate in, at least for the Canndescent and good brands way. And so it's really just about having that enthusiasm to learn, and being able to showcase that when you're connecting with one of our recruiters.
All right. Another person asked, I applied for a job 2 weeks ago and I haven't heard back. What should my next step be?
Couple of things you can do. You can reach out to us on our website. We have a customer service area where you can go in and ask and inquire about the position. You can DM us, so you can DM Canndescent or you can DM myself at the talent director, and we can get a response to you. Also, what I think the trend in the industry is send an email, right? You can send us an email directly highlighting who you are, what position you applied for, include your resume if possible, and then I think it's really exciting for people to do a quick video. So if you want to direct me to like your Instagram account or your YouTube account, Facebook, whatever that looks like, just telling me who you are, giving me an opportunity to see who you are and get to know you on a more personal level, I really think that's just new and exciting in the industry. And I know it's scary, but try it, because why not you, right? Why not you?
Totally, absolutely. So how can somebody find job openings at Canndescent or Good Brands?
Yep, so the best way to find a job is to go to our website, www.canndescent.com. You can also find us on Glassdoor, Facebook, and Instagram. We are in a transition this week and going to a new applicant tracking system, so you're going to find most of our positions on LinkedIn and Glassdoor this weekend. But if you guys are here and you're interested, I have my business card and be happy to give that to you, and I'd be happy to direct you to any jobs that you might be interested in.
That's great. Now, what can you tell us about the Canndescent flower? People have seen the cultivation that we've been posting all month long. They've been seeing the packaging. They've been seeing, ooh, these are about effects. They've been seeing some things. So what can you tell us about those 5 effects in Canndescent?
Yeah, so I really think, it's different for everybody, and every brand has value for everybody. And I think what Canndescent offers is it gives people an opportunity, like myself, who has never used cannabis before coming into the industry, to really ask yourself how you want to feel and not have to be a true, connoisseur of strain. And you can really get that same repetitive experience by wanting either calm through charge. We offer stability and quality, and allowing people to, from San Diego all the way to Sacramento, if they're going to purchase Connect, they're going to get that same experience in Connect and San Diego that they're going to get in Santa Barbara or Sacramento. And so I think that's important for people who are new to the industry, who are not really sure yet what that looks like, to come in and have a really excellent experience. So I think that's what our flower does for everyone.
All right, quick little trivia question for another swag pack. The first person in the comments to let us know what all 5 effects are of Canndescent wins a swag pack. And Jay Meyer is in there, and she's checking to see who wrote first. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about getting a job that you think is like really valuable information?
I think it's important to be yourself, right? In this industry, in any job that you have, you're bringing yourself to work. And so you're going to get rejection. There's going to be opportunities where it feels a little bit, negative. But just remember, that's not about you. The company might be missing out on a great opportunity by not hiring you. But as long as you keep moving forward and crafting your skills, it's going to work out. And I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us today live. It was so nice. I'm pretty sure a lot of people now know what to do with their resumes, maybe how to spruce it up, and how to find some jobs. So thank you so much for being on today. Of course. All right, everybody, next up, we have Legal Tips with Kat, our new favorite segment that we've had for this is our 3rd episode having her on. So everybody, welcome Kat to the stage. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
I'm great.
Missed you guys.
For anybody that doesn't know, Kat and I went to high school together, and we reconnected over cannabis at MJ BizCon last year. And in a limo, we sat together and we said, let's do a podcast. We should do a podcast. And here we are on the 3rd episode that she's a part of, and it's just incredible. You guys asked some really great legal questions this month, over the last month, so let's get to them. But first of all, how's business? How is it now?
Good. Business is good. It's growing, and typical startup.
Yep.
Whole new appreciation for business owners.
Takes a lot of work. It's like
lot.
every waking moment you have, you're grinding away.
I heard a quote that said, if you don't want to work hard, work for someone else. And now I totally get it.
Yeah, I understand that too. All right, well, the first question that somebody had for you is, what is the legality around delivery services in California right now?
It just depends on your jurisdiction. So every local jurisdiction can make their own decisions as to whether or not they want to allow delivery licenses. Majority of jurisdictions, they just classify a delivery license as a retail license. Some jurisdictions, very few, have standalone delivery licenses. So it just depends where you're looking to start, and I would just start with your local jurisdiction and see what they allow.
All right. Can I legally grow 6 plants in California if I have a minor living in my house?
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. You just want to, make sure that it's locked up, out of sight, somewhere where, your minor can absolutely have no access to it. Guys, be over precautious when it comes to that
like
kind of thing.
double locks,
Yeah.
double.
Right. Don't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like, obviously, don't like leave out like gummy bears that have THC
Oh, yeah.
in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be smart and be overly cautious.
All right. Okay. So somebody asked, I'm a medical patient in state A, and I'm going to state B that also has medical legalization for cannabis. What can I legally do in state B?
So that just depends on state B. And honestly, it really comes down to the individual dispensary owners of that state, whether or not they want to honor your medical card from state A.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
it's a case by
Case by case. This whole
All right.
industry is case by case when it comes to the law.
Yeah. So what is your personal opinion and views about cannabis federal legalization, and do you see it happening soon?
We talked about this last time. I
Yeah.
feel like, I don't know, guys. My partner Brittany, she thinks it's gonna happen in like 10 years. She thinks it's super far away. I don't know, right? Because we're in a really tumultuous political atmosphere, and I don't hear anyone talking about marijuana. I hear everything but marijuana. So I mean, that can go in both directions, because maybe nobody's talking about it. The emphasis isn't there, and people really don't care. So maybe bills to pass, maybe medical legalization in certain scenarios, they might slide through the cracks and pass quickly, or vice versa, just nobody's focused on it, and it's going to take forever until we see some movement on it. Just it's anybody's guess. I have no idea. The more I read, the more I'm like, I don't think anybody in Congress is focused on that right now.
All right. How can somebody get in touch with you for a legal consultation, and what is a legal consultation with you?
Yeah, sure. So a lot of times, the majority of people, they just have questions, right? Like, just tons and tons of questions about where to start, how to start, what they can do, what they can't do. The best way to do that is just call to get a 1-hour consultation with us. You can call us 858-800-2458. Obviously, you can find us on Instagram, the Cannabis Legal Team, and that's always a really good way to get started, because we'll get phone calls of people that are like convinced that they're gonna start growing, like get a cultivation license, and they tell me where they're located, and I'm like, you can't open a cannabis business there, and like they're like, what do you mean, like, and they have like all these things in line. I'm like, okay guys, start with the consultation, and just get the basics down before you start investing time and energy into something that you can't do.
Right.
So,
All right, quick little trivia question for a swag pack. Can you legally grow your 6 plants in California with minors living in your house? Jay Meyer will check to see who won. Is there anything else you would like to share with us?
no, you guys that are not here, it's so beautiful. Mangia Ghanja did such an amazing job. You guys did such an
Thank
amazing
you.
job. I am very impressed. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Zach and Bailey. See you guys soon.
See you soon.
See you soon.
All right,
Bye.
everybody. Next up, we have David from Cannabis Lifestyle, who's going to give you a little update and a little intro as we gear towards our fitness and cannabis segment. So let's start. Hi, how are you?
Great to see you.
So nice to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
For those of you that don't know, David has been helping the Wolfpack quite a bit over the last couple months. He's been tremendous educating us about how athletes use cannabis, etc. We weren't very knowledgeable for it, so he brought a whole new realm into cannabis for Zach and I, and that's incredible.
Right?
So, what's new? What's new with the website? You have new brands on the website?
Absolutely. Yeah, so like Bailey mentioned, we're with Cannabis Lifestyle, and what Cannabis Lifestyle is an education platform where you have premier resources for education, like actual clinical research and anecdotal evidence that's been found for both cannabis and CBD and how it affects different areas of your health, different health concerns, and also with respect to different areas of fitness. Because a lot of research is so new and has been able to do so for so long, it's all just starting to come out with respect to these certain fitness areas, and with the new brands that we have, some of the swag packs that you guys are all getting will have a sample of Arcanum Edges Arcana Light, which is a CBD infused electrolyte formula with BCAAs, electrolytes, and a good portion of CBD in there, and it tastes great. You add it to your water or your favorite beverage, mix it up, and you get some good recovery as well as release of inflammation, pain, and a good boost of bliss. You just feel great going into a workout or after a workout.
All right, great. All right, so how has the response been to the Balanced Fiends? They get a buzz
Balanced
every
Fiends.
time we post them,
Yes,
every time.
yes. Yes, and everybody will have a package of the balance beans in their package today as well. Balance beans are awesome. They're actually infused, the gelatin themselves are infused with 10 milligrams of high quality hemp-derived CBD. And what the unique innovation there is that they don't spray it with the CBD oil or a spray like some other companies that mimic them do. They infuse the gelatin and then they coat it with a candy outer shell and then coat that with powdered sugar. So the first thing you taste is candy, and then you get the plant flavor that comes with the CBD. That's very, very minor, but it comes in 39 different flavors, ranging from coffee to blueberries. So.
And they're all so good, and I honestly can't taste any plant in them at all, and
Neither
I've
can
eaten
I,
some.
but for some of you that are keen to the flavor and are keen to kind of looking for that plant and kind of earthy flavor, it can be pronounced in some of them, but a lot of them, like what you're saying, they taste great, especially the sour ones. Some of you guys have sour as well. They taste phenomenal. You can't even taste it, and you get 10 milligrams in there.
Awesome. All right, so when someone navigates to your website, you kind of touched on what you can find there. So you can purchase and you can learn.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the education side, there's a lot of resources. Like I said, there's a lot of actual clinical data that you can find done both within the U.S., like in the National Libraries of Medicine and different organizations, the World Health Organization, and other global research entities that are really pioneering the research in a lot of these things. And so you can find a lot of research from a lot of those resources, as well as in the blog. What we do is try to break down that research into terms that people can understand, and that's easier to you to kind of break down and say, okay, well, now all this research is coming out. What does that really mean? And what does that mean for the products I can take? What kind of experience can I expect? And equipping people with the knowledge and the information they need to have the peace of mind and the confidence in the products that they're taking.
All right. So tell us about your affiliate program and brand ambassador program that you have.
Yeah, so that's a brand new program, our Balanced Brand Ambassador and Affiliate Program. It's an opportunity for anybody to get experience, gain experience and learn about cannabis in different ways, either through internship or different affiliate sponsorship and partnerships. So it provides people an opportunity, like Marla mentioned, for people that may have experience in different areas of cannabis that maybe don't want to make the jump and quit their job and go into something with cannabis. Start off with an internship, start off with something part-time, get your feet wet and really understand what we're up against as an industry and what that company is up against that you're looking at. So we try to provide those opportunities not just to interact with us, but interact with any of the brands that we have on our e-commerce platform.
All right. And is there any way that somebody can save money on your website?
Ooh, great question. Yeah, so if you guys use the code WOLFPACK, but with number 0 instead of the O on WOLFPACK, you'll save 15% on the entire website, and that's good for the next week. So hurry there, grab any of the products we mentioned, and a lot more, 15% off.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you for that. All right, absolutely. For our trivia question to win a swag pack, let us know in the comments 3 brands you can find on Balanced Lifestyle's website. Jay Meyer will get the person that answered first and let us know who won. All right, so let's kind of get into this fitness thing, and let's introduce some guys that you guys know all about their brands. They've been on the last couple episodes and talking about their different CBD brands. One thing that you might not know about them is they also exercise and use cannabis together. So we're gonna bring Fenix CBD and Bailey CBD on stage, and we're going to talk about fitness for humans and fitness for pets with cannabis. Come on up. So, however the seating works here.
Yeah. What's going on? How's it going?
I am like totally cool to sit on the ground even.
No.
Here.
Sure about that?
This is going to work just fine. Yeah, I'm here. Okay. All right. So I'm sitting with a group of people that use cannabis for fitness regularly. Can you each go around, like, introduce yourself and tell us what kind of exercise you do with cannabis? Like, what is your little regimen, or do you have a pet that you give product to?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Aaron with Bailey CBD. To start off, I usually just vape before I work out in the morning. I wake up between 5:30, And yeah, and next thing, no, I'm sorry, my fault. Get in frame here. Yeah, after workout, after I work out, I then proceed to either dab or infuse like into my protein shake, cannabis products, and yeah, start my day from there. And it's always on a positive note. You get some confidence in, and you also are able to relieve the inflammation that is associated with working out through CBD and THC products. So yeah, they kind of go hand in hand.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Young Jin. I'm the founder of Fenix CBD and w0lfpack, which we've just launched this week. But on the topic of fitness and cannabis, I think everyone here is in the same boat. As you know, THC is a vasodilator. It helps increase blood flow. So I like to do, preferably like what Aaron does, vape options or dabbing over the actual smoking, just because of the carcinogenic effects that are involved with smoking the actual flower. So I do that. It most definitely gets me ramped up. I take this stuff called bioshrooms. It's like this all-natural cordyceps, lion's mane, and kind of like mix with that, and that's great. And then for post-workout, I always incorporate CBD. It really helps with the delayed onset muscle syndrome that you get from overworking out certain body parts, especially legs. If you guys do deadlifts or squats, amazing for that. And then yeah, and at that time, CBD flower for me afterwards works great.
So again, my name is David with Balance again, and similar to Young Jin and Aaron, everybody's a little bit different and how they react to cannabinoids in general, whether it's THC or CBD. So take it for what you will. Everybody has a little bit different routine, but start off slow and learn your dose until you figure out a routine that works best. But for me personally, I like to wake up. I'll pound a protein shake to get my metabolism started, and I'll smoke and I'll start my meditation process. I try to start every morning like that, and then I go into my workout focused and ready to go. And what the cannabis does prior to workout is it helps kind of get rid of those aches and pains from maybe sleep or yesterday's workout. And then I go into my workout focused and just mentally ready to kind of take on that workout and then the day. And then after the workout, I like to use CBD either both topically and orally, either in the form of a soft gel or like Young Jin's Elevar. I was able to sample one of those earlier, but so I've been using that as a post-workout as well, because as like what a lot of you know, CBD offers a lot of the therapeutic elements of cannabis without the high or intoxicating effects. So it's great for post-workout if you're gonna work out in the morning, and that way you can go into your day not being high, or go to work not feeling high, but still feeling the relief that comes with cannabis. So to each his own. Everybody needs to find their own path, but that's my routine.
All right.
Well, I'm Jay with Bailey's. I'm definitely not as hardcore as these guys. I like flip
I'm
on
with you.
No, I flip on Instagram
I'm
and I
learning
watch
today.
them. And it makes me feel lazy. But no, I do medicate before I walk my dog and stuff like that. But I think it's to each their own. I think it's a balance. Everything in life is a balance. I think you need to balance your CBD and your THC intake, whether before you're working out and definitely after. But it's with the inflammation properties of CBD. I think it's very important to use it after you work out or after you do anything, even walking your dog.
Absolutely.
Aches and pains of the day. You need both THC and CBD.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So now I've got some fitness and cannabis related questions that were asked this month long, and so I'm just gonna ask them, and if somebody jumps, jump. All right. So what's the difference between smoking THC or CBD before a workout, like on your body? Is there a difference?
I mean, it's going to vary person to person because everybody's endocannabinoid system is very different. But, for me, I would say CBD flower pre-workout it's going to be great for getting your vascularity going because of that anti-inflammatory effect, and as well as the analgesic effects, as well as it not making you high. So sometimes that high, that's why I don't like to dab before a workout, because sometimes the dabs will just kind of like not make me perform as well as I thought I would. So yeah, that was my take.
And yeah, the CBD is really upping your clarity and focus too. So a lot of it's a misnomer that people say that CBD just knocks you out, and that's not true. It just reduces the inflammation, and in that you gain clarity. So
Also, highly depends on how much you're taking because CBD
Okay.
in very large doses can be sedative.
yeah.
Exactly.
And some people like to take a little bit of a low dose of THC before they work out as well to maybe get into that runner's high vibe before they get in there.
Young Jim gave me some 10 milligram capsules.
These
That's
10,
it.
It's a
10
micro-
milligram
that's what I
little
mean.
capsules that I
Exactly,
take, those were pretty fire.
All right.
I think
And I was
David-
going to mention, in regards to just medicating with THC or CBD post or pre-workout, there was a study done by the University of Colorado that studied over 600 active users in Colorado, California, and a lot of Oregon, a lot of West Coast states. And not only did it help them treat a lot of the things that you guys mentioned with pain and inflammation, but actually breaking the stigma there, it motivated them more to stay on their fitness regimen because they weren't, feeling as many aches and pains from the previous workout. They went into it with that mental focus and that sense of bliss that both CBD and anandamide, that when you are both running and when you take CBD, those are both upregulated. So it's been shown to help whether you smoke 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after was what the study was saying, and so it's been
Alright.
it's been helping, and it's been helping people enjoy it a lot more.
Okay. All right. Somebody asked sativa or indica for cardio.
It's preference, really.
All right.
I think those lines are probably going to be.
more mental effect.
Yeah, it's a more mental effect. I think those lines are going to be more blurred moving forward with all the strains that we have now.
Right.
Everything's across.
Yeah, and on the point of indica sativa, what a lot of the research now is pointing towards is it's not actually indica sativa strain that dominates the feeling that you'll get. It's more so the blend of your cannabinoids and your terpenes, your phytonutrients, the other compounds that are within the plant. And so that's why having such a good quality strain and source is so important. And so the more you can control that and predict it and rely on quality strains, like Canndescent and like some of the other great ones that we have here, you can have a more predictive experience there.
And a deeper question of not just indica or sativa, but like where the fuck has been grown? Like, do you use pesticides? Like,
Right.
There we
what
go.
are the growing standards? Do you grow it in the sun?
Yeah.
Like, those are the kinds of things that I would ask probably after that.
So
work.
pay attention to exactly where your products are coming from.
Never
as well.
underestimate chirps either.
All right, all right. Okay, now I want to ask a question about pets and CBD for an active lifestyle. Now, you two own a CBD company for pets, and I'm sure that you've seen a pet go from like slouchy and lazy to get some kind of energy. Can you tell us about those experiences and what you see?
Those are actually the most common experiences that we see with CBD.
All right.
Because it's CBD really helps with the inflammation. So the older animals that are slow to get up because they're inflamed, they're arthritis, usually within a couple days they're up and running around, and we'll have people call us, be like, oh, our dog is 14, it's like a puppy again. But it's like usually the easiest one to diagnose is an older animal with arthritis. Versus,
All right.
Yeah, definitely, it's amazing.
And that helps promote, a healthy lifestyle for them because they're more willing to want to go on those walks, those runs,
right.
and yeah.
We got the energy.
Yeah.
The CBD gives.
And the dogs
Dogs
feed off
energy.
our dogs feed off our energy too.
That's
vice
true.
versa. So it's really it's a symbiotic relationship.
That's probably why my dogs are so hyper. Makes sense. All right. Okay. So another question that somebody asked. This is about like professional athletes and cannabis. Do any of you guys know if there's like a preferred method for these professional athletes? Because I know we're reading these articles about how some of these pro sports organizations are allowing some version, whether it be hemp or this and that. There's something hear something about the NHL. Can you tell us anything about that?
Right, absolutely.
Well, the more important aspect is just like you want to ask what delivery method you're going to be using, right? And obviously that has to be tested, right? So you need to know, is it third-party lab tested? Does it have any pesticides? Does it have any heavy metals? Does it have any residual solvents? Those are the kinds of things you want to ask first. And then delivery method, usually vaping is the best option. It's the option that hits you the quickest. It's available in an area where you're not going to have to worry about like a smoke smell. And also it's much better on your lungs due to it's less carcinogenic than burning flower. And then obviously in terms of any kind of direct muscle inflammation, pains, there's balms and salves which apply directly. You know.
Yeah, and when it comes to sports, especially if you are anticipating going, you know somebody that's going pro or in the collegiate space or anywhere that really tests for drugs or things like that, keep it topical definitely. There are some organizations, I will say, however, like the WHO, the World Health Organization, that makes the drug policies for things like the Olympics. They have specifically permitted things like CBD for use for their athletes, so they can consume it orally as long as it's not as long as it doesn't have any THC. And to Youngjin's point about the absorption, obviously when you inhale it, especially if you vaporize it, you're going to absorb the most of it. And really, when you're getting tested, most often what they're looking for is the 11-hydroxy-THC, and that's what it converts to after you either smoke it or ingest it via edibles. And edibles will convert into that and stay in your system much longer. But that's actually usually what they're looking for, you know, in either professional or in collegiate state. So when they smoke or things like that, you know, it takes a certain amount of time for that compound to get out of the bloodstream. But you know, like they said, you know, if you're competing in any of those states or any of those spaces, stick to CBDs, either isolates or broad spectrum without any THC, and or just stick to topicals. Then you don't have to worry about it ever going systemic and ever showing up on a blood test.
All right, our trivia question for this actually isn't quite about the fitness, but it's about a product you heard about. Tell us the other company that Youngjin from Fenix CBD owns. Jay Meyer will let us know the first person to get it and who won. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and teaching us a little bit about cannabis and fitness.
Yeah, pleasure.
All right. Let me just set myself back up here. All right. We have one more interview that we saved for last. It is our episode sponsor, High Life Farms. We're going to learn all about their company. So please welcome to the stage Jamie from High Life Farms. Wherever you want. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming all the way from Desert Hot Springs to San Diego to be on the episode.
Thanks for having us, and my team's back. Some of my team members are back there.
Hi, thank you so much for coming. This is awesome. All right, so Jamie, introduce yourself. Tell us what you do for the company, and tell us how you made the leap into the cannabis industry.
I'm the GM at the Desert Hot Springs High Life Farms facility. I oversee the day-to-day operations of the cultivation, the harvest, the team overall, accounting, sales, basically the whole team. I have a director of cultivation and a cultivation manager, and a harvest manager also. I was in health and wellness for 25 years in manufacturing, and something that's very dear to my heart. So I really always wanted to be in cannabis. It took me a little while to get in, to make that jump like we were talking about earlier. But I believe in it. I believe in the health and a part of it and how it makes people feel in every aspect, from pain management to, you know, all the different things that go into it. So, not a cannabis user, but I support it very much. I wanted to do the right things for people. That's one of the things that I believe in, and that's why I jumped into it. And I landed at a great place. I had opportunities at other places, but once I came to High Life Farms, that's where I found my home.
That's great. That is so great. So tell us a little bit about the background of High Life Farms.
High Life Farms is our corporate office is in Chensing, Michigan. We have about 100 square foot indoor grow facility there. We also have our Desert Hot Springs. It's 86,000 square feet and growing on a daily basis. And then we also have a small grow in Los Angeles too. We have a lot of good things going on. We're in the middle of a build out for our manufacturing facility to do edibles and gummies. So that's going to be coming online in the next 60 days.
Great.
So that's exciting.
Fast. Okay. Can you tell us anything about the edibles?
Sure. We are the partner for Wana. We'll be making Wana in California for the Wana brand, and we also make it in Michigan for them. So
Great.
It's exciting. That's one of our first ones we're going to do.
All right. So you do other things besides just cultivation.
Yes.
All right. So what has High Life Farms in California been up to this year, and what are we going to see from you for the rest of the year?
Well, the one thing you're going to see is we're going to continue to grow. We are growing on a daily basis, like I said. Big thing for us is, our team, our is like a family. We want to continue to build a great culture, find the right people, the people that want to get into cannabis, give them opportunities like myself. I wanted an opportunity. So that's the one thing as we continue to grow, bring on more people, continue to achieve our goals, KPIs, processes, a lot of things that I was in the manufacturing industry that I could transfer into the business that I'm in today. So, but I can't do it without a great team, and that's the one thing we do is, we grow quality product with integrity, made by great people, and that's the big thing it is. It's, you can't go wrong with when you have good people, you're going to grow great product, and that's what we have. So.
Absolutely, and you have a beautiful facility. We've been there before. We've shown you guys their facility before. And we're just treated very nicely while we're there. Everybody seems to just love their job. So seems like everything you're saying is spot on. So what are you cultivating right now? Can you tell us strains that you have going?
That's a good one. Let's see. We have some Venom OG that's going on, some Purple Punch. We have Yeska, we have Mars OG. Those are just some of the things that we've got going on, plus some new genetics. We clip about 2,000 clones a week and plant those, so that's going on weekly, and we harvest every once a week too. So.
All right. So you are very busy. Okay. And you told us about your DHS facility, and you just told us how often you plant new clones. Wow, you're answering all the questions ahead of time. It's amazing. All right, so how can legal cannabis shops in California get in touch with you about your product and carrying your product?
Well, we're on all social media, Instagram,
Awesome.
Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. We're growing. You've been helping us out tremendously, but that's exciting. They can reach out to me at jamie@highlifefarms.com or through our website, highlifefarms.com.
All right, and is that the same way somebody could reach out about employment at High Life Farms?
Absolutely. Any of those social media points, website, or me directly, or anyone that may, come by the facility too.
All right, for our trivia question, tell us in the comments the 2 cities in California that High Life Farms has cultivation in. And Jay Meyer will let us know the winner. All right, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about High Life Farms and what you're doing now, what your message is?
Like I said, one of the big things is, do everything with integrity. Grow quality product, make sure it's clean, it has testing behind it, and, just one big thing is that, we're creating jobs in Desert Hot Springs. All of us are, and that's the one big thing. But it's also, what we all love to do, right?
Right.
Work is part of our life, but what we do is, we get so many questions about what we do, and it's a lot of fun. But the one thing, Desert Hot Springs, our building, our facility, we put a lot of energy and time into it, like everyone does.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really it's a very unique and cultivation unlike any other. Honestly, it's like I describe the hallways in there like a hospital because they're so clean.
Well, it's a food grade facility, so.
All right. Well, I think we got all of our questions answered, and we just went through a whole bunch of interviews in time. We did it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We will get those giveaway winners up ASAP for you guys, and I'll have a great rest of your day. We're gonna get our networking and snacking and smoking on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.